a color correcting video. I went on Snapchat yesterday and I asked you guys if this is something you guys wanted to see, to take a screenshot of the photo I posted, and I had hundreds and hundreds of screenshots. So I figured I would do this video for you guys today. Color correcting is not something that's new. It's been around for a really long time, but a lot of companies are releasing like color correcting kits and color correcting products. So I figured I would do my own video so you guys can see what the trend is all about and maybe learn something new. I've been doing this for a really long time. I honestly don't use all the colors, but I do use some for my really dark circles or my blemishes or my dark spots that I might have on my face. So I hope you guys enjoy this video and maybe learn something new. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this video and give this video a thumbs up. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start off with a bare face. I don't have anything on my skin right now. I'm going to start off by moisturizing my skin. That will be the first step, is to make sure that your skin is moisturized. And I'm going to be using the Sephora Acne Fighting Mattifying Moisturizer. This is the first time that I'm using this, so we shall see how it works. And it's really important for you to moisturize your skin. Make sure that it's prepped before you put any product, any foundation, any concealer, any corrector, because if your skin is not prepped, then whatever you put on top, it's not going to go on nice and smoothly. So I'm just going to moisturize my skin and make sure that it's nice and ready for all the products that I'm going to be putting on. So after you moisturize your skin, you want to go ahead and prime your skin. Depending on what skin type you have, you will use whatever is good for your skin. I have oily, acne prone skin, so I'm going to go in with the Cover FX Mattifying Primer with Anti-Acne Treatment. And I just really like this because it's a hydrating primer on my skin, yet it mattifies my skin, so it keeps it nice and matte throughout the day. Now that we're done prepping our skin, I'm going to go in with color correcting my skin. And for those of you that don't know what color correcting is, it's basically a way for you to hide your blemishes, dark circles, redness, any problem areas that you might have on your face with the opposite color of what you're trying to correct. So I have a bunch of dark circles, hyperpigmentation, I have acne scars, and then I also have some redness on my skin. My number one problem on my skin is basically my dark circles, and not so much my acne scars, because I feel like my foundation can cover that up, but I am going to show you guys how to cover that with color correcting as well. But we're going to start off with our under eye circles, and for my under eyes, I like to use a peach or salmon color concealer, and what this does, it neutralizes the dark circles or hyperpigmentation. It's great for any dark spots, birthmarks, freckles, or any sunspots that you might have. So what you want to do is you want to apply this directly on the area of your concern. You can either use a brush or your fingertips, and you want to make sure that you blend that well under your eyes, because if you don't, it is going to peek through your foundation or your concealer. So you want to make sure you apply a little bit and then work your way up if you do need a little bit more. So depending how dark your under eye circles are, you can apply a second layer if you need it. If you don't need it, I don't think it's necessary, because you are going to be applying concealer, foundation, so that's also going to be helping with hiding those under eye circles. I'm also going to apply this on the little dark spots that I might have around my face. Just a tiny bit. We're going to blend that in a little bit. And this is a step that I've done for a really long time. Even before color correcting became super popular, I feel like a salmon or orange concealer has helped me a lot with like hiding my under eye circles, because I have suffered with that for a really long time. So the next corrector I'm going to be using is a green one. So the green concealer is great for neutralizing any redness. It's great for people who have fair skin tones with naturally like pink cheeks, any rosacea, any redness around the nose and the cheeks, or even blemishes. So what you want to do is you want to apply just a tiny bit, because if you do apply a lot of this concealer, it can peek through the foundation. Like that with any corrector that I'm going to be showing you guys today, a little bit goes a long way. Unless you have really problematic skin, I don't recommend applying a second layer to your skin. So taking that same concealer brush, I'm going to apply this on the outer parts of my nose, a little bit on my cheekbones, and then on some acne spots that are a little bit darker than some marks that I had on my face. The lavender is something that I typically do not use on my skin, and I don't feel like I need to use it, but I'm going to use it for this video so you guys can see how it looks on my skin. So the lavender concealer is actually really good to neutralize sallowness and dullness on the skin. So it's great to apply on the center of your cheekbones, underneath the eyes. So basically you want to apply this anywhere on your skin where you feel like you want to just brighten it a little bit and bring it back to life. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this on the high points of my face. I know it looks a little bit crazy because I'm putting everything together, but not everyone needs this. Not everyone has problematic skin, not everyone has dark circles. Some people might just have a little bit of redness and they want to use this green concealer. Some people might just only have dark circles and might want to use the orange or peach concealer. So it's basically what you need. This is the technique that you can basically customize to your skin tone, your skin type, and I feel like I don't need all of this on my face, but mainly the orange and the green are going to make a really big difference on my skin. So the last color corrector that I quickly want to mention is the red one. I'm not going to use it on my skin because I don't feel like I need it, but this is great for people who have super extreme dark circles, bruising, or even tattoos on your skin. This is actually going to be really good to put underneath your foundation or your concealer to just cancel that out. So the red one, like I said, is really good for any of those things I just mentioned. I'm not going to use it on my skin today because I don't feel like I need it, but if you do need it, this one by Becca is actually really good. Actually, all of the ones that I've been using are by Becca. They actually just released these and I am really happy with them. They're so easy to blend, so creamy, and they don't peek through the foundation. So with a damp beauty blender, I'm just going to press this into my skin. And this step is really important because I know a lot of people always tell me that their concealer or their corrector peeks through their foundation, and that happens a lot when you don't blend it before applying your foundation. So make sure you blend that in very nicely just so you won't have any like harsh products under that layer of foundation. And for foundation today, I'm actually going to go in with my Makeup Forever Ultra HD stick in a 123. And I love this foundation. It's medium coverage. You can definitely build it up to however much coverage you need, but a little bit goes a long way with this foundation. So I'm just applying it on the sides of my face, a little bit on my forehead, not so much under my eyes because that's where I'm going to be applying concealer. A little bit on my jaw and my neck to make sure everything's even out. So for concealer today, I'm going to be using the MAC Pro Long Wear Concealer in NC25. You don't need to apply concealer if you don't need it, but I feel like I need it just because I like to highlight my face a little bit more. And you want to make sure you apply the concealer exactly where you applied that orange corrector, just to make sure that you don't have any color peeking through. So I did a triangle shape with the corrector, so I'm going to do the same thing with my concealer, another triangle shape. And I'm using a Sigma F65 brush to apply my concealer. And this concealer is actually one of my favorites. It lasts a really long time under your eyes, and if you set it with a really nice under eye setting powder, then you're not going to have any problems with it creasing throughout the day. So definitely something I would highly recommend for anyone looking for a full coverage concealer. So I'm just going to apply this under my eyes, and then with that same beauty blender, we're just going to blend this into our skin. So now that I'm done with my face, I'm just going to go in with this translucent powder by Laura Mercier, and I'm only going to apply this under my eyes. After I contour, I'll just come back and apply this a little bit under the hollows of my cheekbones just to clean out my bronzer and my contour. So I'm going to let this sit on my face for a few minutes while I do my eye makeup and the rest of my face, and then I will be right back and tell you guys how I feel about this color correcting on my skin. So I had to refilm my intro and my outro for this video, that's why I look a little different, but let me give you guys my honest opinion and feedback on color correcting. Do I like it? Yes, I do, because I feel like it made a really big difference on my skin. I didn't need to use a lot of concealer or a lot of foundation to cover up my skin because I feel like the color correcting did the job for me. So do you have to do this every single day to your face? No, you don't. Absolutely not. So what I would recommend to you guys is just to look at yourself in the mirror with no makeup, like right right after you come out the shower, look at your face and see what your biggest problem is. Like for me, my biggest problem is my dark circles. I don't really focus on my acne spots because I feel like my foundation and my concealer can cover that up. But I like to stick to one corrector just because I don't like packing on a lot of product on my face, because I feel like the less is more. And I know I always do like a full coverage foundation, and that is why, because I feel like when I use a full coverage foundation, I don't need to do all this color correcting on my skin because I feel like it does the job for me. So focus on what your problem is. Don't look at all your imperfections, because if you start pointing out a lot of things about your face, you're just going to start feeling insecure and start questioning yourself, and you don't want that. You should always be happy with your natural skin. So like I said, focus on your biggest problem. Stick to one corrector. I don't think you need 3, 4, even 5 correctors. I think that's really silly. But besides that, yeah, I really like the technique. It's something that I would definitely do to my face. Not on an everyday basis, but I do like it, and I do feel like it really does work. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something new. Let me know if you will be trying this technique in the comments below. And that is pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video very soon. Bye guys.